Hi guys, this video is all about petroleum and what that is and how we can make it into something more useful using fractional distillation. Petroleum comes from marine creatures that died millions of years ago. These marine creatures have been buried under layers and layers of sand and have experienced really high pressures and high temperatures to compress them into petroleum, which is otherwise known as crude oil. Now, the definition for what's inside petroleum is that it's a mixture of hydrocarbons. So let's define what hydrocarbons means first. A hydrocarbon is a compound that contains only carbon and hydrogen. So what I've got here is I've got ethane, which does contain only carbon and hydrogen. That makes it a hydrocarbon, whereas the ethanol on the right hand side is not a hydrocarbon because of that extra oxygen there. So if it just contains carbon and hydrogen, that makes it a hydrocarbon. Okay, cool. So let's go back to our petroleum, which you remember is a mixture of hydrocarbons. Now, it's a mixture of hydrocarbons of different sizes, as you can see here. In reality, they're between 1 carbon to maybe 100, 150 carbons. But for simplicity, we're just going to stick to drawing the short ones today. So what I've got here is a mixture, a hydrocarbon soup. It's really gloopy, really viscous. It's not very useful at all in this format. So in order to make it more useful, we need to separate it into hydrocarbons that are similar in size to each other. The way we do this is using fractional distillation, because all of these hydrocarbons have different boiling points. Now, the really long ones have a really high boiling point, and the really short ones have a really low boiling point. And we utilize that difference in boiling point to be able to use fractional distillation to get something useful out of this mixture of all of this stuff that's not useful. The next video is all about fractional distillation and how it works to separate those hydrocarbons out into something more useful, into their separate fractions. So check out the next video to find out more.